Happy day, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Woo. Welcome to Knowledge Day 3. This is awesome. So hopefully you're here to talk about developer tools and how they're better together. So we are product managers here at ServiceNow, and so we are definitely going to say some forward-looking things. Don't make any purchasing decisions based off what we say. So happy day. I'm Andrew Barnes. I'm a product manager here at ServiceNow. This is my 12th Knowledge Conference. So I'm so excited to be here with you today and talk to you. So I own a whole suite of developer tools. So things like ServiceNow Studio, Creator Studio, Table Builder, App Engine Studio. And so I build stuff for developers. With me today, I have the great pleasure of my coworker, Chiarng.
Hey everyone, my name's Chiarng. Great to see everyone here, last day of Knowledge. Like Andrew, I'm a product manager on the App Engine product management team. On my side of the house, we cover our Gen AI products, as well as our App Engine Management Center product for governance and deployment of applications. And we're so excited to share with you a lot of our latest updates here today for developer tools.
Awesome, thank you, Chiarng. And thanks for being here with me today. And thank you all for coming to our session. So you may have seen this slide before. The thing that we're talking about today is developer tools. So where that goes on this infinity is in that bottom left, application development. So you're enhancing in all of the great things that ServiceNow gives to you, or creating brand new things with our platform. And so ServiceNow's platform, the great thing about it is it has AI built into it. It's not bolted onto it. It is a key part of it. And you as a developer, or your organization's developers, can take advantage of all of those great AI tools to help you as a developer accelerate what you're doing and provide more value to your business and organization through those tools. So we're going to show you what that looks like in our suite of tools today. And back. All right. I got a little happy and double clicked. Don't double click, just single click. So who do we service in App Engine? So we have a wide range of tools, and we're meeting a wide range of personas in our App Engine business. So the first one is that business end user, that person who wants to have their work as smooth and as fast as possible, and so they can leverage things like AI agents to help them accelerate the work that they're doing. The ServiceNow Developer is my favorite person in the world. I love ServiceNow developers. I've been a ServiceNow developer for a long time, and that's why I do what I do, is for the ServiceNow Developer and building tools directly for the ServiceNow Developer persona. So you'll see my favorite tool in just a second for ServiceNow developers. Citizen developers are awesome because they're trying to accomplish what they're doing in their business directly, and they can leverage ServiceNow and things like Creator Studio, one of my products, to build workflows and automations that help them and their teams service the broader organization that they're in. And then the admins. We have tools like App Engine Management Center that help those admins take that work from those citizen developers or the ServiceNow developers and deploy it through the pipeline in a safe, managed, governed way. And they can leverage the tools that Chiarng and our teams are building to understand what is in that development deployment, analyze it, test it, check it for best practices. And then the admins, don't have to spend time looking on things that are already good to go. They just have to focus on things that get flagged for, oh, there might be something not quite right with this, some tests failed, or it's not following some of our good practices. And so that's where they get to focus their attention, is where that human can provide that good feedback, and they don't have to pay attention to the things that are already checked off and good to go. So let's move forward. All right, so ServiceNow Studio. What is that? This is our new development environment that my team has built and put together. It was released in November of last year, And if you have Xanadu, you can install ServiceNow Studio to empower your developers to build faster. And once you upgrade to Yokohama, it's installed by default, so you don't need to do anything, which I was really excited to do. But when I say it's our developer environment, you know, what can it do for me as a developer? Haha, is anyone in here a developer? Have you ever seen this message? Do you want to never see this message ever again? Use ServiceNow Studio. You will never see this message again. So that's the first thing we delivered with ServiceNow Studio. It's the most important thing to me that I made sure I had in ServiceNow Studio, was that you as a developer, when you open any metadata in the whole platform, no matter what scope it is, global, custom, ServiceNow Store, you open it, you can edit it. No message ever again. Yeah, right? That's awesome for you as a developer. So this is our developer experience. It brings together all of our builders. So UI builder, mobile builder, flows, playbooks, all of the builders that we have and all of our great platform teams build for you, all of that can be surfaced in ServiceNow Studio, so you have that single lens for you as a developer or your organization's developers to work in. So my goal for ServiceNow Studio is for you as a developer, as you're doing development work, editing any metadata, that you never need to leave that singular development environment. And so I can build things that are specific just for developers, which we couldn't do, you know, when you were sharing the regular platform view, because that serves more than one persona. We're serving one key persona here, which is the ServiceNow developer in ServiceNow Studio. So, like I said, we're bringing all of these tools in the platform all together into that singular view into ServiceNow Studio. So if you haven't used it yet, get it installed if you're on Xanadu. If you're on Yokohama, it's already in your instance and you just need to start using it. So ServiceNow Studio brings all those platform tools together. And so that's the old platform tools, but what's next in our platform? Oh, wait, we're at Knowledge. We're probably talking a little bit about AI. So we are not leaving AI behind in ServiceNow Studio. So all of the tools that Chiarng is going to talk about in AI in the platform for developers are all available right there in ServiceNow Studio for you. So with that is called, all of those AI tools for developers is called Now Assist for Creator, and I'm going to hand it over to Chiarng to talk about how those tools are surfaced and interact with you as a developer in ServiceNow Studio.
Thank you, Andrew. And now that we have ServiceNow Studio, your one-stop shop for developers to get everything done in one place, we're adding on top of that with Now Assist for Creator. And by show of hands, how many people here have tried out the skills and Now Assist for Creator already? All right, I see about 10% of the people here have tried. So for many folks here, this will be the first time seeing some of this, which will be really exciting. And so over the last 2 years or so, when we first announced our GenAI capabilities for developers, we've built on top of this with a giant stack of skills. We've matured our earliest ones, and we've added with the latest ones like test generation and mobile card generation for mobile app builder. Today, we're going to highlight 3 of these and show you a very quick demo of some of these as well. Oops, a little bit of issues going on with the clicker here. So starting out with app generation. Today, what you have in ServiceNow Studio is an agentic experience via conversation and analysis panel that allows you to either have a conversation on your objectives and intents, or just submit a PRD, a product requirements document, describing the features and outcomes you want. Now Assist will then turn that into a plan, a set of tasks, and then orchestrate the right skills to build the metadata for you. On top of that, we've heard loud and clear from our customers that we want these skills to work together. So we've integrated flow generation and UI generation into app generation so that you can also generate your automations and your experiences all in one place. And then lastly, we need this to be able to apply to all of the existing development work that you have. So app generation, as of our release last week, is not only able to update your existing custom applications, but also existing tables. So you are never duplicating tables when you're building net new features. And in a moment here, we will see a demo showing exactly that. Just really quickly here with flow generation. Today, flow generation not only creates that skeleton of a flow, but also hydrates the individual steps within the flow, so you have a fully working flow as soon as you generate it. On top of that, you also have flow summarization. So if you're a developer and you're wondering, hey, this flow looks really complex, I don't understand what it's doing, you can now see a natural language summarization to instantly understand what it's doing. Similar to playbook generation, where you can do image to playbook, now flow generation can also do image to flow. So you have the best of both worlds there. Code generation has also seen some amazing big updates. One, you have autocomplete. So as you're typing, it will complete code with relevant suggestions for you. And not only that, it will leverage retrieval augmented generation from your instance to figure out what is the most useful code for you based on your instance. On top of that, there's a new modal, as you can see in the screenshot, for code explain and summarize. So similar to flow summarization, as a developer, you come to a new script, you're like, what is this doing? Now you can also instantly understand and therefore save your own time. So let's move ahead to the demo for analysis for Creator in ServiceNow Studio. And just by show of hands, how many people here have tried the CreatorCon C3 application to create trading cards with Gen AI images?
Awesome.
That's amazing, great. For all of you that haven't tried it yet, head over to CreatorCon after this, download the app and give it a spin. But the use case that we have for you today here is we have a hypothetical feature enhancement that we are adding to this mobile application. And we're going to start with just the PRD of this application for submitting high priority issues as an end user. And not only that, we also want an automation to smartly triage the issues that are happening so we can auto-resolve some of these. And then lastly, for the operations team, they need a workspace to easily see all these issues coming in and deal with them. So on the right side here, you can see that I've kicked off app generation. I'm updating the existing application for CreatorCon C3 app. I've pasted in my PRD contents into here, and app generation, or Now Assist, is now going to try to figure out, hey, what do I need to do with this PRD in order to address the features? Starting with the feedback table, it was able to identify an existing table and add new fields into it in the preview so that you're not duplicating separate tables for the same features. And this just helps developers manage their tech debt. After that, we're plugged into flow generation and UI generation. So we can see here in the preview that Now Assist is now generating a fully fleshed out flow. You can see that it includes all of the details here, and the developer is able to preview this and decide, hey, does this flow meet my requirements? Similarly, with the UI workspace, the developer is able to decide, hey, does this workspace meet all of my requirements to review all these issues? And after generation, the developer can continue using ServiceNow Studio to review what was just generated, the updated table, the flow, the UI workspace, and continue making edits all in the same place. You don't have to go jumping between all these different builders anymore. Integrated tabs in ServiceNow Studio is where you can do all your work now. So here as a developer, you can check out the feedback table, review the fields that were just generated. You can pull up the new flow, Smart Triage Flow, and take a look at the flow, continue editing if you so wish to. Right now, the developer is deciding this is perfectly fine. We're going to just stick with it. And lastly, we can pull up the workspace, Live Ops console, and take a look at what that might look like for an operations team and user. And just hitting the pause button here.
Yeah, so Travis, who built that app, has now got a great workspace that he has available to him to manage the operations of this. But he also needs to now do another story in the backlog. He's heard feedback that there were some issues with some of the attachments for the photos, and so he knows that he needs to go and solve that problem. So what he's going to do in ServiceNow Studio is he knows that there's already a script include that he thinks can solve his problem in the global scope. So right now he's working in the C3 app, and he's going to use our search to find that global application, the script include, open it up, validate that it's the right thing he needs. But the key thing you'll see here is this is now a whole different scope. He opened it up. He could edit it right now if he needed. He doesn't need to, but that's the great thing about ServiceNow Studio is you can work in any scope you want with any metadata. So now he's going to open his script include in his scope that's going to leverage that script include from the global. And so he's going to use the code assist to paste in what he needs. He's going to say, I need to add a new function from that name check into this script include so I can leverage it. And he's going to review that, make sure it's right. He's going to provide that feedback if it is right to our thing so it can learn. And then he'll move forward and say, yes, that is what I want. You'll note on the left-hand side next to the numbers that there's now a blue bar. That actually indicates to him and other developers that this is code-assisted area, so that a new developer who comes in and opens this actually knows this was developed with code assist. If someone comes in and modifies it afterwards, that line, any line that's modified will now not have that blue bar, but until a human comes in and interacts with that, it will stay that blue bar so you know which things are provided by Gen AI or not. So he's got his new function in there. He's ready to go. He's ready to do some testing. So he saves. And so he's been working in a lot of code stuff now for this story. And so I told you that ServiceNow is your development experience as a ServiceNow developer. But if you're that super pro code, only want to see code developer, what we are showing on the screen right now is our experience switcher. So you can switch between that completely no code experience, which is Creator Studio, what we're showing right now, which is the main ServiceNow Studio experience for the normal ServiceNow developer. But Travis is actually a full stack developer in his background, and he's now doing ServiceNow, and he really just wants to see all code all the time. And so he's able to leverage that to launch ServiceNow IDE, which is actually VS Code experience for a developer and only shows essentially code. So if you want to work in that all code way, you can use that experience switcher, and you as a developer get to choose when you're doing your work, which one you should be in. So now Travis has returned back to ServiceNow Studio. He's done with his work, and he wants to submit his application to be deployed upwards to production. But the first thing he's going to do is leverage app summarization to get a summary of his app, and so to make sure he knows and others know when they open it, what is this app has now changed, and so we need to update its description. So we're going to use Gen AI to update that. We're going to say, use that as our description. He could edit it if he needs, and now he'll save that. And now he's going to publish to the app repo, so that uses App Engine Management Center in our pipeline to deploy it upwards into production after he puts in his release notes and a new version. So all of this you can do in ServiceNow Studio today. So everything in this demo was stuff that you have actually available to you right now in a Yokohama instance, and we didn't fudge any of this. This is actually a thing that we built on Friday, the two of us, and they're actually going to use this moving forward in their app.
Thank you, Andrew. So as Andrew mentioned, all of that is state of art today. If you upgraded to Yokohama Patch 3 Store 2, you have all this available right now. Where are we heading into the future? And this is really important because as we think about how to expand our Gen AI skills for developers, we're looking at all types of developers. From your line of business creators to ServiceNow developers to your professional software engineers more used to working in code, agentic development is for everyone. As we head into the future of our builder agent, we really see developers working in the right studio for their workflows so that they're empowered with Gen AI anywhere they want to go. We want to be able to enhance and refactor any of your existing applications and customizations, covering all the scopes and metadata file types. So this is a tool that you can use for anything that your developers are doing today. And lastly, the builder agent will be able to complete the entire SDLC for development, from stories to building to testing to instance scan to deployment to creating your release notes. How many of your developers no longer want to write documentation for your end users? Well, GenAI can do that all for you. And ultimately, you get the value of that as customers because your developers can then focus their time on the higher priority, higher criticality issues. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for coming to our session. Have a great knowledge.